Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today I'll be bringing my review of the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkick. More specifically, the helicopter version of Dropkick. And here he is in his alt mode, which is based off of the Bell AH-1 Super Cobra attack helicopter. And here it is. And I gotta say, this is a very nice representation. It's fairly accurate, and it's just an overall, in my opinion anyway, cool looking attack chopper mode. Very nice. Very nice. The propeller does spin. It's a bit on the stiff side. I don't know if that was intentional or if just mine is like that. And also has this like hinge here. I don't know if that's for transformation, because the way I do it, it doesn't really use this. But there's a hinge there. So unless I either did something wrong, it can do that. Just giving you guys a heads up. And the stabilizer propeller, I think that's what this is it spins freely too. And this, you just have to manually spin it because it's pretty stiff. But enough about the stiff wings. So yeah, here he is. And nice bits of detail. Very little robot kibble, which I'm surprised by. Like, this could almost pass off as a model, if not for all of these like little panels. Maybe these panel lines kind of distract a little, but it's a very nice chopper mode. If you look at it straight on, I feel that it's a bit too thin. I would have liked a little more bulk in it, but it's a very nice attack chopper mode. And I believe this is the chopper mode he adopts in the movie. I haven't seen the Bumblebee movie as much as I would like to admit, so I haven't pretty much committed almost all the scenes to memory like I've done for most of the other Transformer films. But yeah, it's a very nice figure. And also I wanted to point out this logo here. Apparently this is Dropkick's logo. I don't know the story behind it, but I've noticed that I think on all of Dropkick's figures, he has like a sort of like a skull and crossbones flag type of deal. So I'm just assuming that's his logo. Whatever. It's a neat logo. I don't really get it, but he's there. And nice bits of details. So, that's enough about the vehicle mode, which is nice. And I find it to be the best part about the figure. It's my favorite mode here. Let's get on with transformation. And to do that, you have to... What was the first step here? Oh, first I have to take off these missile pods. Put them off to the side. Those eventually become his weapons in his robot mode. And then there we go. Bend there. Come on. There we go. Separate there. And then... There we go. We gotta do some separating. Lift this up. Kind of like the first step is pretty much you gotta like explode them a little bit. Like so. So here we are. I guess let's start with his legs first. So come in here. Lift that up. And then rotate there. Rotate this. And then... Oh no, these are his hands, that's right. And you come and fold this around, and there'll be like some soft pegs that you can peg into. Huh, I thought that pegged into somewhere, but that's more or less one of his arms. So same here on this side. Rotate, lift up, rotate this, and collapse this in to reveal his robot mode fists. So here we have his... What was I gonna say? His robot mode arms and hands. So there we go. So now for his legs. For this part, you have to fold this in like so. Then you rotate this piece, bring this in, and fold this down. You've done correctly, and you tap this in correct. It basically keeps it all in place. Then you rotate forward. It doesn't really click into place, but it sits there. Could just be mine if it's supposed to. Lift this up, like so. Rotate this piece. take that piece, fold in, press it in to make sure it sticks, and then rotate. So now we have the lower bits. So all that's left now is to do the torso. You can't see his head there. So for this part, you fold this down, lift this up, fold down, and feel like I'm missing something here. Hold on. Ah, that's right. I keep forgetting this step. You then have to rotate. You move the arms out of the way for clearance, and you have to rotate. Come on, bring this out. Bring this out. And I'll pop that back in later. And then you rotate this entire assembly. There we go. So I separate, then you separate that out. Come on, there we go. Take it forward, make sure it's all pegged in. Come on. Where was this? Here we go. There we go. A little longer than I would have liked, but then you bring this down. Oh no, before that, here's a part that's kind of weird. You then have this little clip here that goes into, get that out of the way, it goes into there. Same thing here, you fold up into there, then you bring this down. And doing so will kind of lock this into place, although mine still has a chance, because of how stiff this is, to unplug. Then fold out arms, and then you fold this in this angle. And see what I mean? How I don't get what this hinge is supposed to do, but peg it there, and then these you can either lift, put back like so. Also disconnects. It's not the most like steady of figures. Come on. Whatever. Get it. There we go. I can never get them the way that I want them. So keeps on pegging. I'd like this figure more if it wasn't so unstable. So make sure you lift that back. Lift this back for clearance. Bring that in. And then you just finagle that a bit, and there we go. Here we have Dropkick in his robot mode, which took a lot longer than I would have liked. Stupid finagling, but here it is. Check out that head sculpt, which, if I remember correctly from the movie, is fairly accurate. Not 100%, but it's close enough. That's Dropkick's face, more or less. Take that back in. All right, and darn it. You know, I'm just gonna say this. I don't really love this figure that much. I think he's just okay. It's just an okay figure. I think the biggest issue with it is that it's not very movie accurate, and I do agree. He didn't look like this in the movie. Maybe if they added a little more blue, it would have helped out. But this figure is not that screen accurate. However, in the film, Dropkick and his partner Shatter were both triple changers, with Dropkick having a car mode and a chopper mode. Very similar to Drift, funny enough. And Dropkick here, in the film, he first gets the car mode, which they did eventually turn into a figure, and that figure is a lot more screen accurate. While this one, I feel, is a more hypothetical robot mode, in which what if he got his chopper mode first, then I can kind of see this being his robot mode. So one major fact against this figure, detail against this figure, is that his robot mode is not very screen accurate. And I do agree with that, and I do find that it hinders it. However, I do like the idea, this is like what he could have looked like if he just had his chopper mode instead of getting the car mode. Because in the movie, he got the car mode, and then he got kind of a blend of the two, which looked pretty neat. But yeah, design-wise, I think this looks fine. He's a lot more, I guess, thinner than I would like, and that does also translate, that issue also extends to his vehicle mode. But yeah, so articulation-wise, his head is on a ball joint, although mine is really stiff. There's a ball joint here, a hinge there, a very stiff swivel here, and a bend at the elbow. And I guess similar to a lot of other char performers, you can extend this to have like a blade if you really wanted to. But that's if you use your imagination, you can give them a little more play features. Other arms the same, legs are on ball joints, swivel there, and a bend at the knee. So he is quite posable. He does have a good bit of articulation. Although it could just be mine, because I got mine kind of at a discount, which is honestly the main reason why I got him. Just got him cheap, and I feel that's like the main reason why a lot of people would get him, since they did make the car one, which is more movie accurate, and that's, I think, the more desirable Dropkick. Not to take away from this one, I still feel this is a pretty solid toy. I just wish everything could have like pegged in together more effectively. There's a word. So now we come to his accessories, which are these missile pods, in which you fold them out like so. You get some little cannons. Come on, and there. Then you just have him hold them in his hands. And there we go. He does these cool little machine guns, little cannons, which is cool. Which, that's honestly the best thing I can say about this figure, is that it's an okay figure of a neat idea. Which is, you know, what if Dropkick got the helicopter mode first and then got the car mode? Or if he only had the helicopter mode, I can see this as being what he would have looked like. But other than that, it's not very screen accurate, which is a detriment to this figure. But I'll say that overall, by itself, it's a pretty cool figure with quite a few flaws. But I do really like that alt mode, and I'm very impressed with it, which I think extends to most studio figures and their alt modes. They're very impressive. So here comes a size comparison. Here we have a Deluxe. So you can see he is a bit smaller than a standard Deluxe, or what used to be a standard Deluxe. And here is a cliff jumper. So Deluxe, Ratchet, Legion cliff jumper. There you go. And like all Studio Series figures, he comes with a backdrop. And here is the backdrop that he comes with. And for the life of me, I don't know what scene this is. Again, I haven't seen Bumblebee as many times as like the other films, so I haven't committed everything to memory. And I do apologize for this being crushed and this dent here. Again, I kind of got them discounted, so oopsies. But yeah, you just put them on here. And there you go. Still looks pretty cool. This backdrop, again, I don't know what scene this is in the movie, but this is referred to as the aerial dogfight. I'm gonna have to watch the movie again to remember when this happened. But there you go. And overall, he's a decent figure. But honestly, I feel that they shouldn't have released this, or at least released it later. They should have released the car version first and then bring this guy out. I guess one really cool thing that came out of this mold is that it was heavily reused. It was heavily remolded, remolded, and redone, repainted. They basically reused the skeleton of this model to make the helicopter version of Drift, which was pretty cool. So now you have both the car drift and the chopper drift, which is neat. And that's pretty much it. Overall, he's okay. He's not a bad figure, but I feel that you should get him if you can find him cheap. And that's sort of my final thoughts on him. He's okay. So, this has been my review of the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkick. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.